Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Here are 10 quick tips to take better photos and videos with your iPhone's camera app. So here are a bunch of different tips for the iPhone's camera app. Keep in mind that not everybody sees the same features in the iPhone camera app. It depends on which model of iPhone you've got. Most of these should work on the more recent models of the iPhone, but if something isn't there for you, it's probably because it's not available with your particular model. First, let's start with grid and level. It can be hard to get your iPhone perfectly level with the ground, especially since the ground isn't always level. But you can go into the Settings app and then into Camera, and you'll find two settings there. Turn grid and level on. I don't see any reason to have those off. Now you get this grid that you could see there when you take photos. Also, you get this level. It's just a bunch of lines in the middle. And when you hold the phone perfectly level, it turns yellow and it's a solid line. So you know you're taking a good level photo. Also, the grid is useful because they say you should put interesting things at the intersections of the grid lines. And I always try to do that with subjects in photos when I can. This isn't a particularly good example, but I'm always thinking about what's at those intersection points when I take photos. Another setting is called View Outside the Frame. So normally when you take a photo, you could see the left and right sides there are completely black. But if you go into settings and you look a little further down, you'll see View Outside the Frame. Turn that on. And now notice you can see, instead of blackness there, you could just see what's outside the frame of the photo. This is useful when you're taking so many photos that you're looking basically at the screen of your iPhone, not at whatever it is you're taking a photo of. You might be missing something that's just outside the frame, so this gives you a wider view. Note that as you change the different lenses, you'll find that the widest lens does not have this because it's using that widest lens to show you what's outside of the frame. By the way, if you find these videos valuable, consider joining the more than 2,000 others that support MACMOST at Patreon. You get exclusive content, course discounts, and more. You can read about it at MACMOST.com/Patreon. So hopefully you've experimented with taking panos on your iPhone. It's great for taking wide landscapes that can't fit into a single frame, but you could also use this vertically. All you need to do is turn your iPhone horizontal, and now you can go up or down to take a pano that captures something from bottom to top or top to bottom, and you end up with a tall photo rather than a wide one. Now, in addition to photo mode, you've also got portrait mode. So portrait mode will capture the background and the foreground separately. So here, taking a picture of me, and notice how the background is blurry. But if I go into edit the photo, I can tap on portrait here and I can see it's portrait mode. And if I edit it, then I could adjust the depth there. You can see the meter at the bottom, and I can make the background sharp or the background even more blurry if I want. Also, there's a setting where it's basically going to automatically go from photo to portrait mode whenever it detects a subject in the photo. So you may actually be getting portrait mode photos where you can adjust them like this, even if you didn't switch to portrait mode. Now, another option that you should remember is the timer. So to switch to the timer, tap the button that brings up all the controls, and then tap the timer button. And you could set a 3, 5, or 10-second timer, and then it will wait that long before it takes photos. This is useful if you need to set your camera down so you could get in the shot yourself like this. And it will not just take one photo, but a burst photo. And I'll be talking more about burst photos later. Now, just because you're in photo mode or video mode doesn't mean you can only take photos or videos. In fact, in photo mode, you can tap and hold the button, and it will actually switch into a quick video mode and release the button, and it stops taking a video. So it's really handy. You could stay in photo mode and take videos. In addition, you could tap and then drag to the top in horizontal mode or to the right if it's vertical, and it locks it into video mode. And you can even then tap on that button there at the top to take some photos while in video mode. In addition, in video mode, when you start with a video, you can tap that white button there. You can see it at the top right and take a few photos while recording video. So you could decide to record video and then grab some snapshots while you're doing that. Now, in addition to taking a video while in photo mode, you can also take a burst photo, which is a bunch of photos very quickly. So all you need to do is drag to the other side, down in horizontal mode, to the left in vertical mode, and it will take a whole bunch of photos very quickly. And you could see me doing it here again, how it works. And then basically, when you're done, you go to Edit, and you can see it said Burst there at the top. You can go in and you can flip through all these photos and select which ones you want to keep. Tap Done, and you can keep everything or only the favorites you've selected. This is very useful when things are moving very quickly, when you're taking a picture of somebody playing sports. Now, if it's you that's moving quickly, there's a mode you should know about for taking videos. It's called action mode. So normally you would take video like this, but if you look carefully before you start, you'll see this action button here. Tap that to turn on action mode. Now it's basically going to do some stabilization. So all the bouncing you're doing while running, or if you're in a moving vehicle or something, will be smoothed out. One of my new favorite features in iOS 18 that I've talked about before is you can now pause while recording a video. So you can start recording a video and you'll see there's a pause button there. So you can pause, then move your iPhone to point at something else, and then continue doing that. So here I'm going to do some panning to the left and to the right, and then the left again to the right. So when I'm done, I've got a video that will look like this when I play it back, which actually creates a little interesting bit of video. You can see I'm even zooming in here on one of these. And I get a nice view of the spot I'm in, but it's not as boring as it just one continuous shot. And finally, let's look at focus lock. So here, if I focus in on this branch hanging down, you can see the building in the background is blurry. But if I move over, the building becomes in focus, but the branch is blurry. Instead, I can tap on the branch and it will lock focus to that point. And now if I move over, it won't go and focus on the building, but keep the branch in focus. A better example would be if there was a subject there that you wanted off to the side of the photo, but you wanted them to be in focus, not what's in the center. You'd also just frame everything and then tap on the subject that you want to be in focus like this. So there's so many different useful features in the camera app. You should definitely take the time to explore all the different buttons and options and play around with it. Take some sample photos that you'll just delete, but you're using them to learn, and also check out the camera settings in that settings app as well. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up button below to let me know. I publish new tutorials each weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.